A man in love takes pleasure in watching his woman sleep. What is a man's love language? There are 5 love languages. 1. Words of affirmation. It's important to know what your partner's love language is so that you can show them love in the way they like best. Words of affirmation are words or phrases that make the other person feel like their self-worth is recognized. These phrases can be "I love you," "You're so great," and "You've got a lot going for you." They will say these things to their partners frequently. 2. Quality time. Quality time is when the person being loved gets undivided attention from their partner. They may spend hours over a weekend just talking with their partner. Quality time may also include reading a story to their partner and holding hands. Reciprocate. This means that the person being loved is actively doing something for their significant other, even though it is not necessarily needed. For example, if their significant other was enjoying a cup of coffee while they watch TV in bed, the love would like to be able to watch their significant other while they watch TV in bed. I'd like to put my feet up on your lap and have you rub them. I think we could both use the pampering. 3. Receiving gifts. Receiving gifts is an expression of appreciation and showing someone they are valued. Symbolism can be seen in the gift-giving process. It is important to respect and honor what a gift represents. 4. Acts of service. Most people feel loved by acts of service such as cooking a meal or doing the laundry. Neutral acts of service could be anything from vacuuming to wiping the counter. Acts of control are when many people feel loved by controlling their partner, telling them what they can and cannot do, or accusing them of wrongdoing. Often these activities are thought to be the only way to make a partner feel safe, which is often actually done in an abusive manner. Acts of sacrifice are when someone does something for their partner without expecting anything. 5. Physical touch. The way in which a person feels loved is different for everyone. Physical touch can include hugging, kissing, hand-holding, and sexual intimacy. I love you. I love you too, dear. No one knows exactly what it means to be loved. The feelings of being loved can differ for everyone and are based on many factors. Some people may feel that they were given an outstretched hand or a sign of affection from a friend or family member. For some people, it might be how they feel when they see that person's face or hear their voice. If you were to ask a person who has the most love in their life, the answer may vary. It could be someone who loves them unconditionally. For others, it may be a certain group of friends or family members who have always been there for them and give them support throughout difficult times. What is the woman's love language? The woman's love language is not one of the 5 love languages. It is a separate language that is only spoken by women. Women tend to express their love in different ways than men do. For example, they often show their love by doing things for others rather than through words. Women are also better at expressing their emotions and feelings through touch. For example, they can feel loved when someone hugs them or rubs their back. Women also need to feel appreciated and respected in order to feel loved. The woman's love language is also physical touch. Physical touch is not just about sex, it is about showing a woman that you care for her, her body, and her. Physical touch means holding hands, putting an arm around them, kissing their cheek and forehead, cuddling with them when they're sad or scared. Women need to feel the physical manifestation of love. How does a man and woman show their love for each other? Love is a feeling that is difficult to describe. It can be expressed in many different ways. Women may say "I love you" in different ways than men. They may show their love for each other with words, time, gifts, or actions. Women usually show their love for their partners by doing things like cooking for them, doing the laundry, and cleaning the house. They also might buy gifts for their partner or spend time with them. Men also do these things, but not as often as women do because they are not as good at expressing themselves when it comes to feelings and emotions. Men typically show their love for their partners by giving them a gift or taking the time to go out on a date with them. It can be said that men and women could have different responses to the same event. It is not a new idea that men and women could have different responses to the same event. It has been documented in psychology literature for decades. In the article Women, Men, and Emotions, Just What's Different? By John Gottman, he discusses how men and women have different ways of expressing their emotions. He also talks about how their differences are more pronounced in romantic relationships than platonic ones. In the article Men are from Mars and Women are from Venus. The Classic Guide to Understanding the Opposite Sex by John Gray. He talks about how men and women have different responses to events because of their biological differences. He says that this is why they can react differently to the same event or situation even if they were raised in the same society for the same amount of time. He uses this to explain why men and women have different relationships because of their biological differences. In this article, Gray explains how men and women in general have different responses to events because of their biological differences. Through understanding our partner's needs, we can make them feel loved. The point of this video is to help people understand the importance of understanding their partner's needs. It's not about what you can do for them, but what they need from you. The first step is to learn about your partner's needs and wants, then you can meet those needs and wants in a way that makes them feel loved and cared for. The needs of a partner have to be met through communication and understanding one another, not through action. If someone's needs cannot be met by you, no matter how much you try to do so, then it's important to understand that this is something you cannot change. It may also mean that the relationship has reached its end and people should go their separate ways. What are some common examples of needs and wants in a romantic relationship? The need for a partner to feel safe, loved, desired, and important is one example of a need. Another example is the need for physical attention, such as hugs and kisses. Romantic partners also want to be seen as equal in their relationships.